My name is Madi Hiteshew, and I'll be teaching how to do a wheel drill and the discus throw. So a wheel drill is basically the middle part of the whole throw. So when you do a full throw, you're here, you turn here, you run across the circle, and this is the midpoint of the throw. So when your middle foot hits, this is where the wheel drill will start. So basically, you start in this position, you're facing the sector lines towards where you're going to be throwing. This is the position you hit in the middle of the throw. Your left arm is stretched out to cause tension in your torso, and the discus is fully back. So this foot is here, and basically, just like a normal throw, you turn here, which is your power position, and then standing throw, which that's basically the last half of the actual throw. And it's a drill that really just helps you. So when you're here, it helps you first off keep your torso having a lot of tension, because that's the main importance of throwing a discus. You have to have a lot of tension, so when you hit your standing throw position, this is all built up and it releases, and that's how the discus goes. So you'll be here. That's the first reasoning of this. Also, this left leg needs to get down to that spot as quick as it can. So when you're here, you want a lot of tension, arms up, good posture. Posture is huge. You want your hips under you, and you want this foot to get there as fast as you can. So usually with beginners, they'll land kind of like this, you know, no tension. Weight's not here, and their foot takes a long time to come around. Usually they kind of go like that. They'll step really high with their left foot. So what you want to do is you're focusing on this knee jamming into the back of this knee, but before it can hit that knee, you turn this right leg so it doesn't run into it. So basically it's a here, turn. Like you're turning this knee as fast as you can and getting your left foot down in a perfect standing throw position as best as you can while keeping tension. So you're here, boom, right there. And then you're here, you're still keeping tension, you're getting heel to toe for your standing throw position, and you're turning that foot as fast as you can. As I continue to teach the wheel drill, I'll have my athlete, Jenna, help demonstrate it for us. As you can see, a lot of times when beginners start, they'll land with their weight distributed between both feet, when you want all your weight, 90% of your weight, on your back leg, so more weight on that leg, and then you want your arms like that. You want to catch this arm back, so you have a lot of tension in your torso when you turn. That was just a quick demonstration of the wheel drill and a little critique that most beginners have trouble with. Here is just a YouTube clip of a high schooler doing the wheel drill. As you can see, he sets up facing where he's gonna throw. He has his right foot forward because he's right-handed. He has long arms. He wants the path of the discus to go as long as he can. Patient head. He turns that right hip in. Right here, he's working on speeding up his right foot in the middle to cause more torque and more tension. So he's making his right foot turn as fast as it can so the rest of his body can keep up. He's just working on keeping his arms long and patient. He wants his hips to go first and his legs to go first before his upper body follows to get that final snap. And this is just a slow motion. Turns his right foot good. His arm kind of bends in, but then he has a good block and right hip turn. So here is another video of a man that's a coach, and he's going to be doing the wheel drill. You want to start with your right leg facing 90 degrees and your chest up with good posture, right in the middle of the circle, facing the field. That's how you're going to land when you come off of your left foot in the back. So you have your hips under you, knee above your toe, and your hip in line with that. He's just showing that your left leg is going to come right around that right foot in the middle. It is very important to have your knee over your hip over your toe for good balance. But as you can see, both feet turn at the same time. He's just showing a beginner drill. This is usually how beginners do it. They just sweep right around, which is a good start. But eventually you want your left foot to get down as fast as it can, because when you come right out of the back, you want that left foot coming out of the back to the front as fast as it possibly can. So good posture. Arms will be long. Good tension. He's throwing a non-reverse. Throws around his body. You want to stay as low as you can and rotate as much as you can. He throws right around his body. This is another angle. You can really see the torque in his body. So he's long, he has good posture, feet positioning is correct. Hips are under the chest good, knee and toe. Arms are still long. He's lifting that left foot fast. Left foot is getting down fast. He's torquing his body. He tries to catch his eyes back for as long as he can. Stops that left side, and everything rotates right around. So that was a basic demonstration of the wheel drill. And there's two different types of ways you can throw when you're throwing in a full throw or any type of drill you're doing. You can do a non-reverse or a reverse. Basically, a reverse is, it's at the end of the throw. You're in your standing throw position here. When you reverse, you'll switch feet. So, it's like that. You'll switch feet because when you're turning, here I'll face you, when you're turning, this hip is coming so hard and so fast, you can't stop the rotation. So you break through the block, which this is your left leg blocking. You break through that and you switch feet. That's usually for throwers who are a bit faster, maybe a bit leaner. Bigger throwers, they can hold a better block. They may be a bit slower. And so that would be a non-reverse. And a non-reverse is just here, you hit a block and you stop. Big, really strong throwers can do that because their core, their legs, they're not going as fast. It's easier to do that. You hit a block and then you're just done. So with the wheel drill, you can reverse or non-reverse. And a reverse would basically be right here. And you, it's not my best. And you just switch your feet. You break through that block and you switch feet. A non-reverse would be, and you stop. That left side is straight. You're stopping it, letting the momentum wrap around, but you're not mushing, you're not losing that block. And so those are the two different types of ending when you throw any type of drill, any type of throw, is the non-reverse and the reverse. Now we're gonna do a full wheel with a reverse and a non-reverse. As you can see in that video, as Jenna came around, she kept pretty good tension. She was here, kept good tension, her feet were in good alignment, but when she reversed, she kind of just, so it is a switching of the feet, but it's more of a, your hip is turning so hard and so fast that it's a rotating movement, not a jumping up and just switching. It's not a this, it's a, like, you want this foot facing back when you land. So when you reverse, you want your hip and the motion to be going so fast that you turn this fully to where your foot is facing back. here, and your foot should be facing straight back because your hip is going so fast around. So in Jenna's, good tension. If you came here and just kind of switch feet, that sort of defeats the purpose. You want to hit the block and rotate around, not just throw it straight out. And she jumped up a little. A lot of times when people reverse, they think it's you're here and you just jump up, but it's not. You want your feet grounded, and you want this right foot on the ground for as long as it can be on the ground. A reverse is a reaction to what is going on. It's not, I need to do this. It's because you're going so fast, you can't hold the block, that your foot comes off the ground. It's not, my foot is going to come off the ground. It's, it has to come off the ground because that's the reaction of the speed and the power that you're going at in that moment. So it's a hold, stay grounded, stay, because all your energy is coming from the ground. Stay grounded for as long as I can. You can't hold it anymore, you switch. So you want your feet as low to the ground and as on the ground for as long as they could possibly be. So instead of a jump up like that, you want your feet grounded. You want that foot facing straight back. You really want to turn that hip to where it's a rotating movement and not a straightforward movement. So it's going to be a hip snap. It's a rotating movement, the reverse, but as you get to a certain point, as you get here, it is a snapping forward motion. So if it was just a rotating motion, it's just a circle. It is a circle. It's rotating, and it's a snap forward right at the end. So you're here, rotating, snap forward. And that last snap is known as the final hit. That's the final hit of the throw. That's the last amount of energy you get into the discus, and that's what can really make it fly. So that is a reverse, and then a little critique of Jenna's reverse and maybe what she could have done better. There's also a pillar system. There's 1 through 6. The wheel drill is considered to be pillar 4, 5, and 6, the last 3 pillars of the whole throw. The 4th pillar, this position, is like the twist and wrap axis transition. So you just ran down the middle. This is throughout a full throw. So her left leg right here is already about to come around. It's not how you would normally start the wheel drill, but this is from an actual throw point of view. And so her middle foot, her right foot hits right in the middle, and that left foot is coming around, and then it's squishing the bug to keep going throughout the throw. And you can see her discus is at a high point, her arm is wrapped, causing that tension in the middle. That's pillar 4. Pillar 5 is just your standing throw position. She has a lot of weight on that back knee. Her arms are out long. Her head is looking up. The discus is high. She's still torqued. Her torso still has a lot of tension. And then she'll finish. And this is that last visit. This is her turning her right hip. So the rest of her body follows. She's hitting that block, and then she goes right through. This is the whole throw. She hits in the middle, hits her standing throw position. You can see her right foot is rotating around her hip, and it's so fast. That's why we have to have these pillars to really break down the throw. And so her whole body comes around. That foot is facing straight back because she got that final hit, and then she stays in the circle. Oh. So as you can see, Jenna just did a non-reverse throw. So basically, how I explained a non-reverse, you come around, and you stop your left side completely, let your right side wrap around. In Jenna's throw, she was here, she caught herself back good, she had tension in her torso, but you always want to reach back with that left arm as far as you can, have the discus right and high, back as far as it can, so you have as much tension as you can in your torso. Catch your eyes at the back of the circle for a split second, keeps that tension there. You come around, When you come around, you want your left leg as straight as it can be. This arm is usually in this kind of position, because you come and you stop. You completely stop your left side so that your right side can wrap around. All that energy goes right into the disc. So in Jenna's throw, when she came around, she kind of mushed her left leg. She mushed it like this. That changes your posture, that makes the throw flat. A lot of elementary, middle school kids, they will mush their left leg because their core and their legs aren't as strong as it needs to be. Because with all that speed and that power, when you hit that, it's hard to stop it. It's hard for that left leg to go straight. You want that heel straight to the ground. So when you're here, straight down. This, you want a good upper posture. So when you throw, your back is almost a bow. You're here, and it's like that, and you go out. So a lot of people will mush their left leg. That's what I saw in Jenna. It is hard to just stop, but you have to stop that left side so that this right leg, this right hip can rotate around. It's a hip movement. It's a hip snapping. So that some athletes will kind of step forward when they're done. They'll be able to stop fully, but you want to stop that left side. Let the discus come around. This is Sandra Perkovich. She has competed in the Olympics many times. She is a non-reverse thrower. So you can see what a really hard block looks like and how that works. So she hits in the middle. This is her standing throw position. Her right arm and right hip is gonna come around, but her left side is gonna completely stop the throw. So all the momentum goes into the discus right around her right foot. And you see it, it happens so quickly. It's just a quick, hard stop, and then you can continue with the left side of your body coming through. As you can see, her left leg is straight. She had good posture when she hit that final position. Her right foot has turned so much that it's dragged to the front of the circle, and her left side of her body whips around as she releases the discus. So as you can see, this is her hitting it. Left leg is straight, good posture, head is up, chest is big, arms are out, and she hits that block just for a second, and then you can let your body come around like that. Just comes right around. And that's the final hit of a non-reverse throw. The wheel drill is a normal drill a lot of people will do, whether warming up for competition, doing in practice. It's a very well-known drill that a lot of coaches teach and a lot of coaches make their athletes do. The wheel drill helps with balance, it helps with quick feet, it helps with keeping the tension, a lot of different things. So while you do, you're here, you do the drill from there and you throw. Another really good drill that I was taught in high school that a lot of coaches will have you do is here, and you'll just turn and you'll stop. You'll turn and you'll stop. You'll turn and you'll stop. And you do that over and over and over, because a lot of athletes, they'll end up here, they'll be off balance, they'll be wiggly, they won't have good posture. You can also do it multiple times over and over to get that correct balance, correct posture. So it's a here, here, and just over and over and over until you can perfect that. Because that is key for a discus throw. When you come out of the back, you're here, you come out of the back, you hit here, and this is where all your power is coming from. This is where you're getting that tension, that torque, the balance. You need to come right around and hit your standing throw position. Standing throw is so important. You have to hit that and be on balance to have a good throw. You have to hit that and have good posture, have your arms up to have a good throw. So the wheel drill sets up everything for a great throw. You're here, great power position. If it's a great power position, you come right around, and it's a great throw. So that's the wheel drill. That's a non-reverse and a reverse. It depends on the type of athlete. If you want to reverse, if you don't want to reverse, it depends on body type, weight, speed, agility, lots of different things. Jenna showed both to give you a sense of what both looked like. and to help me critique her and what she may need help with. But yep, that is the wheel drill with a reverse and a non-reverse.